What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone, but they're going to be all Modern Warfare 2 weapon. I know a lot of people have been asking for this one, and we're going to give it to you, and hopefully you enjoy. You're going to use these loadouts, or at least try them out, or you've been looking for these, and you're going to take some screenshots. Hit that like button, hit that noti bell, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video like this. Let's get into it. All right, so we've got a ton of loadouts to give you guys, but let's get started. So we're going to start out with two long-range options. Now, these are Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're going to have Modern Warfare 3 attachments to them too. So this just makes them better and very usable inside of Warzone right now as we know it. First up, we're going to have the Cast-Off 7.62 and the STB 5.56. These are both very solid mid, relatively long-range options. For the Cast-Off 7.62, we're going to rock the Zim and Compensator muzzle, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, Jack Glassless Optic, the 40-round mag, and this Jack Requiem kit that gives it 0 recoil. And when I say 0 recoil, I mean 0 recoil. It's good. Next up, we have the STB 5.56. For the STB, we're rocking the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, the Bruin S620 barrel, the 42-round mag, and the Jack Glassless Optic. This might actually be the best AR overall inside of Warzone for the Warzone 2 weapons. It's wildly good and highly underrated. Next up, it wouldn't be one of these videos without the M13. The M13 is still very solid to use. And then we have the Hurricane. When it comes to the SMG side of Warzone 2, it's where it gets tricky and it gets tough, but we're going to give you a couple of these loadouts and hopefully they work for you. If you like them, awesome. For the M13 though, Castless Break muzzle, Bruin Echelon barrel, Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, 60-round mag, and the Jack Glassless Optic. Show this one here in the firing range. This thing is still an absolute beam and still very viable at a longer range. With the FSS Hurricane, we're rocking the Zim and Compensator muzzle, the Cannonade 16-inch barrel, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel or the XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, the X10 grip, and the Jack Cutthroat stock. And that'll give it a ton of movement, especially when it comes to strafe speed. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a lot of fun to run. You mix it up a little bit. Next up, we have the ISO Hemlock with the Vaznev 9K. For the ISO Hemlock, we're rocking the Zim and Compensator muzzle, the Fielder T50 barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, the 45-round mag, and the Jack Glassless Optic. And you guys still think this thing slaps, so if you like this weapon, you're gonna love this loadout. I think it definitely still has very little recoil, so use it. Let me know what you think. Then for the Vaznev, we're rocking the Zim and Compensator muzzle. I like the XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, 45-round mag, Jack Glassless Optic, or whatever sight makes you comfortable. Even the NIDAR will work, and the Atrazat stock. Man, this thing is still pretty fun to use. Also, very little recoil, just a little bit of visual recoil, but up close at 10 meters, it's not terrible. Next up, the Vel 46, which I think is still very solid. And then I'm rocking the TAC 56, which I also think is still solid. With the Vel 46, we're rocking the Jack BFB muzzle or the Zim and Compensated, whichever you prefer. The Lock DX 203mm barrel, XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, the 50-round mag, and the Vel A 5.68 collapse stock. Now, the reason I like to rock the Jack BFB is because we're using that collapse stock and it's a movement build. And so when we're rocking a movement build like this with the MP7, I like to be able to hit my shots a little bit better. But again, you're rocking this thing about 10 meters right here. That Jack BFB muzzle helps a lot. For that TAC 56, we're rocking the Cassis Break muzzle, the Tundra Pro barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip underbarrel, the 60-round mag, and the Jack Glassless Optic. This thing is a lot of fun to run still barely moves. This thing was meta forever, dude. Especially in multiplayer. It was meta forever and it's still so good. Then we're rocking the MCPR 300, which is still one shot, by the way. And I'm rocking the FR Advancer, or the FFAR, as everybody likes to call it. We're rocking the sonic suppressor on this MCPR, the OMX 456 barrel, the Razorhawk laser light, the Cronin cheetah grip, and the Cronin smooth bolt. Now, if you feel like it's not one-shotting for you, take off the cheetah grip and add the explosive ammo, and you should be perfectly fine. Then for the FR Advancer, we're rocking the Cassis Brake muzzle, the FR 435 barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, and a 60 round mag, along with the SA Cation grip. So those two here in the firing range. This thing is still sticky and still kind of hits that long range too. Next up is the mini back. Not the greatest of SMGs, but still a very solid option and a lot of fun to run, along with the Lockman 556. Lockman 556 just lacks mobility. I think that's the only issue with it and why it's not like super viable, but a lot of fun to run nonetheless. For the mini back, we're rocking the Zimmer compensated muzzle, the back barrel, the Razorhawk laser light, the stockless mod on the stock, and the Demo X2 grip. And we'll show this to you here in the firing range, but I mean, got some visual shake to it. That still kind of hits. And for that Lockman 556, we're rocking the Cassis Brake muzzle, the Lockman wrap barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, 60 round mag, and the Jack Glassless optic. Those two here in the firing range. I'll give you another option here too, but this thing is still pretty solid. And another option for you is to take that optic off and put the high grain rounds on here and just use the iron sight. Completely up to you there. It's got a pretty clean iron sight as well, but it'll help it do a little bit more damage. Not terrible. Next, we have the Lockman Shroud. Now, the Lockman Shroud with this conversion kit, I think is top 5 in the meta SMG category right now, period. So very viable. M4 is a lot of fun to run as well. Lockman Shroud, we're rocking the Dark Star barrel, the XRK Edge handstop underbarrel, sub OP ammo, 40 round mag, and the Jack Decimator conversion kit, which turns it into the MP5. And yeah, this thing is a lot of fun to run up there at close range, but you're rocking 10 meters right there, so it hits. Next up is the M4. We're rocking the Cassis Brake muzzle. I like the high tower 20-inch barrel here. Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, 60 round mag with the Jack Glassless optic. I'll show this one to you here in the firing range. But man, this one still kind of hits too. There's some visual shake to it, but again, not terrible. We have the M16, and one that you guys have been asking for a while is the Bass P. So we're gonna rock this M16 and this Bass P. If you like it, let me know. For this M16, we're rocking the Cassis Brake muzzle, Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, high grain rounds, 60 round mag, and the Jack Patriot kit. And what this Jack Patriot kit does is basically turn the M16 into the OG M4. We'll show this to you in the firing range, but it basically, M16 is usually a burst fire, so this turns it into full auto. It's got kind of a weird recoil pattern to it up and to the left, but I'm not using it at long range there. I'm using it right here probably, and right there. Then for that Bass P, not terrible. Zimmer compensated muzzle, XRK Edge handstop underbarrel, high grain rounds, 50 round drum, and the Bruin Flash V4 stock. Let me know what you guys think about this build, but movement's pretty solid on it. Recoil is not terrible, especially right there. Might even be better than the Rival 9. Not the Rival 9 with the conversion kit, but the Rival 9 SMG itself. That'd be a nice, solid option. Let me know what you think. Well, thank you guys again for watching. If you like this video, if you like this style of video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. Until we meet again.